One of the best tips on Bank is to not ever look at these posters because they're creepy as hell.
We saw it in both of our semifinals in the Fnatic G2 matchup that just concluded about an hour or so ago, and then we saw it earlier on in the day in FaZe versus Nora Rengo, in which FaZe triumphed. But the FaZe, and I mean,
what is up, you guys? Welcome back. You guys all know what time it is. We are hitting up the finals game between FaZe and G2. Now we're going to be doing both maps. We got Bank first, and then we're going to be jumping over to Coastline. And throughout this game, we saw a ton of really cool Valkyrie cameras. So just to let you guys know, I hope you guys like them because half or just over half of the tricks that you guys see here will be camera spots. But I'll leave timestamps down below as always so you guys can jump around to feel free to whatever trick may catch your eye. Anyways, I hope you guys like these and learn a ton. They're definitely going to help you win. I like this one a lot because not only you get to see both bomb sites, but depending on the angle, when you're looking at it from the side, the speakers help protect it completely.
Recoil whatsoever when the gadget is activated, just like every other gun.
Usually people call it the Finka LMG.
I've heard that because
So this one's pretty funny. Normally people like to enter in, start breaking up the floor on skylight stairs, and a lot of times they need to go onto a drone after. Well, just in case there's like a cav or an extra roamer that you guys haven't tracked down, you can actually wiggle into this little vase on the skylight stairs, and it is pretty dang well hidden. Now, I haven't ever tried this, like as a defender, say you're Caveira. I'm assuming you get droned out. I mean, depending on the rank that you're playing in, you may find yourself in a situation where you need to drone out. You might as well go back here so that you're not just straight up standing out in the open. And as you guys can see, pretty much half of your body is just straight up in the wall. So good spot to just keep in mind.
utility usage will give a little bit of cover here in favor of FaZe. Trying to take that Valkyrie camera, which just proves elusive so far. Oh, Jonas trying to get it on his stomach, and Yuna will send him to the grave.
Alright, now this Valkyrie camera is absolutely insane. I may have covered this one before, but if I did, it was a little while ago. This camera is still so insanely viable, and like we saw in the previous clip, they straight up knew where it was and they couldn't do anything about it. Now probably the best counter you could do would be throw an EMP grenade at it or use an explosive round from Ashe or Zofia. Most of the time they are going to have Jaeger ADSs inside of here though, so good luck getting those projectiles over there. Now you guys are going to see me laying down, literally just straight up trying to shoot it, but because of the angle, how you're shooting from the ground up, the bullets are still going below it. So absolutely insanely strong camera to start using when you guys are in the CCTV room. If you're laying down there long enough, you're gonna get C4'd from that mirror that's always playing in the hallway, and this camera is gonna be watching you every step of the way.
Not a good position for them, a bit disheartening. Looks like we're gonna see the same Valkyrie camera that's gonna get hucked out through the window by Mav and possibly try to enable a run out.
In fact, you could just vault out. You'll still have some HP to work with, and there you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Cameraman takes down Pengu thanks to the camera. That outside cam that Mav has been throwing has been so very useful. Even when the run out wasn't successful, the information is paramount.
Now, I wasn't that impressed with this camera as I was watching it, but I couldn't figure out why this camera kept working. Now, one thing to keep in mind that if the update goes live and the camera throw physics are different, you're gonna have to mess around with it a little bit to figure it out. It's gonna be a little bit easier to throw all these cameras. So I'm not worried about sharing the cameras because all of them will probably be straight up just much easier to throw. First of all, looking at this camera, it doesn't look like much, but I'll show you guys what it looks like after I jump outside. Now, what you wanna do is make sure that you don't throw it short, because if you throw it and it lands on top of the red sidewalk, it does definitely stick out like a sore thumb. What you're going to be going for is just over the red curb onto the road, because not only is there a slight water reflection, there's actually a gray strip that looks very similar to the actual Valkyrie camera. From here, you'll be able to look at both windows rappelling up as well as the spawn on the west hand side.
Which are able to choke people out. We saw quite a bit of Capital in Pro League over the last season.
Now jumping on over to Coastline, Kanto showed us a really sick camera that's going to land on top of the ruins from the billiards room. Now again, using the new camera physics, if it does carry over to the new live server, you're going to have to change it around a little bit, but all in all, these are very easy to throw, even though it looks kind of complicated. Now you can get one to land straight up on the corner like my first one, you can get it to land a little bit further back on top of the wall, and it really just depends on where attackers approach from. Both cameras are very well hidden, it really just depends on which path they choose to run up after the spawn.
Specifically, try to plant behind it on the couch using Mav's smokes to cover, no doubt. Cameraman's trying to disable the sunrise bar, which is one of the most powerful positions for the defense, and he will have some success. He's pushed Goga off the position, but he's not able to get the kill. Goga, I believe, was covered by the pillar there. Raider, they need the right tool. Mav calling out all of the electronics in sight. And this is the same attack strategy that FaZe used in the previous round. They're going to try and disable the sunrise bar by opening it from above. You don't even need to push into Hookah to do that. You can just ash it from right above. And potentially an exposed player if Camera just shoots the ash charge, but he's being cautious right now. He's taking his time.
Now we're going to see a really cool 2-floor rappel upside down angle that's going to take out anybody that's anchoring behind the bar in the sunrise bar. Now definitely using this angle as Ash or Zofia is really where it's going to shine. We see a lot of different Pro League setups where they use Alibi behind the bar and then also anchor behind it. So there's a bunch of stuff going on, as well as having like ADSs and other gadgets back here. By using this angle, not just is it going to be hard to contest, you're going to be able to clear out a good majority of any player or any gadget that's anchoring back here.
Some curious decision making from FaZe. All said and done though, they do have control of the double bar, and they will have a platform to initiate their attack onto the A bomb site.
He was lying there calling to the rest of his teammates and obviously letting the rest of the flow move on as needed. Goga, Fabian, and Kanto are all low on HP. Fabian at the best position with 75 health, but Mav, that rifle shield's not going to help very much. Kanto from inside the lobby will down one. Moringa takes out Goga, but G2...
So going into this one, these happened on 2 different rounds, but it came from the same area in the main lobby. So these are going to be great angles to keep in mind. Of course, angles always work both ways, even though one may have a good advantage over the other. From the lobby stairs, you're kind of laying down on top of the stairs so that your body is below them. From here, you can get some crazy angles on anybody vaulting over the side on the 2nd floor. And then also you can open up the bottom walls of the kitchen. You can get angles all the way into sunrise bar, or like we saw Kanto get a nice kill all the way into the hallway. This angle is especially great because people that are approaching the kitchen door have so many different areas to check. Generally, they're not going to be paying as much attention to an angle below the wall going back over to the lobby.
Except it's going to be a Valkyrie on Pengu with Kanto on the Jaeger.
And no mute this time.
Now, I used to always throw this Valkyrie camera on the table on the left that you see right now, directly below the lip. But the cam that Pengu threw on the drink cart all the way on the west-hand wall of Sunrise Bar is so much better. Not only can you still see all the way back into the kitchen, you're going to be able to see anybody vaulting in through the windows and just overall get a great view that is more well hidden. And you guys could see also that when you're standing up, it's a very difficult camera to see.
Will take down Yuna as he attempts to drop. Fabian also eliminates Cameraman. FaZe Clan, though, will finally bite back with Astro fragging Jonas, finally shutting down that roamer. There's still more, though, in play. Inside a server is Fabian, and he's in a really tricky spot. There's no drone ahead of this attacker. Astro might get caught off guard. He's checking every corner, but oh, this is such a tight one, and Fabian puts the spray on and gets the kill. G2 in a significant man count lead.
Now this angle from Fabian is super tricky. Now you can even blast off some shots and get people's attention and lure them into this trap by just meleeing the computers in the security room. You guys can get an angle through the metal shelves that is so insanely hard to contest as an attacker. Now this one could also double as a cav spot. I don't know, I personally haven't tried it yet, but if you guys do, definitely let me know. This is definitely a spot I'm going to be using next time I play Coastline.
through the sight on his gun. But he persisted. And when unit dropped, there was no world in which they shouldn't have been able to get that kill on the pulse with the drone work they were doing and the communication that they should have had. And yet, G2 walked away with a win in that incursion.
Astro, a very dangerous run out, and it can sometimes pay off. But we've talked about it before, and I'll mention it again. Astro is one of those players who will make those bold plays, and you know, I cannot exactly tell you how successful he is in them, but when he's not successful, it hurts. When he is, it's wonderful. He gets the first kill on Pengu.
Now, a lot of times I straight up run onto this balcony and get clapped because I don't check this camera. But what I'm going to be working on, and what you guys should too, when you guys do runouts on top of this balcony, just make sure you guys check the camera, because then you can make calculated decisions on when to run out. If they spawn on the right, you can vault over the couch, run straight out, and run straight back in. It's so easy. If they spawn on the left and approach from the pool area, then you can even get up on top of the railings and look straight down. You can use it even later in the round. It doesn't have to be directly for a spawn kill. If they're droning outside on the other side of the wall, you can definitely use this and still catch them off guard.
I won't concede to the meme. FaZe Clan set up fairly well for a deep roam on Coastline, as is usual, of course, on this map. He's going for the peak, though. This is Astro again going for the aggressive play. Last time it worked out for him. So
now, in the previous Pro League tricks that I did on Coastline, we had a variation of this where you had to stay laying down, you left the door intact, and you could crawl under it and basically peek up and check for spawn kills. Now we're going to be making it even more efficient, because you can actually melee, or if you mess up the melee, just shoot out a line of doors, and this will work on any door. And you can straight up crouch walk underneath of it without having to go prone and slow you down. This will allow you to pop in and out very easily, and it works on so many different spots. It'll definitely catch people off guard, not just while going for spawn kills, but even if you want to just silently enter into a room, this is going to come in useful. So many different options, not just for the spawn kill.
His first kill is going to be on to Yuna. Oh no! Say goodbye to the Mira. And that is going to leave FaZe battling from behind. Kanto coming so close to eliminating Moringa, and just will not be able to catch the legs of the smoke. Moringa will manage to just get away. And after Gogan to get the kill, it's traded off a little bit late by Mav. Opening up the mirror window and ejecting that glass is going to be Kanto outside on the purple or pink tarps, depending on how you see colors.
Now, a lot of people didn't catch how Kanto got up here, and a lot of people still don't realize how viable these angles are and that they even still work. A lot of people think they got patched, but you can still get up here a couple different ways. The most efficient one is by doing the parkour run on the edge of the map. You pretty much just run straight into the fence from the edge of the rooftop and look at a slight angle to the left. From here, you can get insane angles down into hookah. You can watch the diffuser go down, protect it from up here. You can run down onto the tarp, take out any mirrors that might be on the wall, open up the walls if you're Ash or Zofia, get angles into aquarium. Just the options up here are insane, especially say if you're playing something like Glaz. You can watch the rotate hole in between Billiards and hookah. So many different options. But anyways, you guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the Pro League final tricks. We got the Christmas giveaway going on, where we are giving away a Disrupt Ewin chair. If you want a chance to enter that, follow the link down below. I'm gonna leave the final moments of this amazing game play out, and besides that, I'll see you guys all very soon in the next video. I love you guys all. Hope you guys learned a ton in this video. I had a blast making it. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. I'll see you guys all very soon. Peace.
This tournament, Astro still aggressively playing inside of Aquarium, and he will be finished off from below. Fabian, great coordination with his team. Pengu takes down Moringa, and FaZe are in a 2 versus 4.
Stopped by the logic bombs as Pengu decides to hit the phone calls. Jonas finds cameraman and Mav as FaZe's sole member. They won in North America, they won in Europe, and they've done it for the first time in South America.